Dear students, welcome to PUC second year biology class. In the earlier classes, we are studying about the different topics in the ecosystem, and today we are going to study the ecological pyramids. What is the meaning of ecological pyramid? The representation of food chain in the form of pyramid is called ecological pyramid. Ecological pyramid means, I repeat once again, it is the representation of food chain in the form of a pyramid is called ecological pyramid. The base of each pyramid represents the producer, the first trophic level. The apex represents tertiary or the top level consumers, or what we say them as top carnivores. The base of the pyramid represents the producers. It starts at the first trophic level. As we move from first trophic level to the second trophic level, third trophic level, fourth trophic level, and the apex, the top, represents tertiary or top level consumers, or they are also called top carnivores. In the ecological pyramid, there are three types. One is called pyramid of number, pyramid of biomass, pyramid of energy. In the ecological pyramid, they are of three types. One is called pyramid of number, pyramid of biomass, pyramid of energy. I repeat once again. Ecological pyramids are of three types. Pyramid of number, pyramid of biomass, pyramid of energy. Let us see what the pyramid of number says. It is the graphical representation of the food chain in the form of number is called pyramid of number. When we take the grassland ecosystem, the pyramid of number represents in this manner. Primary producers, what is said PPP, primary consumer PC, secondary consumer SC, tertiary consumer TC. You can look at here. In the diagram also you can see primary producers are more in number, primary consumers are less in number, and the top carnivores is very less in number. Similarly, here also you can see primary producers is estimated approximately 58,42,000 at the primary producer if they are there. At the primary consumer level, it is 70,08,000 and 3,54,000 at the secondary consumer level and 3 at the tertiary consumers. What I mean to say is, when I move from base to the top carnivores, when I move from base to the top, the number of individuals decreases. This is what pyramid of number which is being represented. This is one of the type of pyramid of number. Pyramid of number can also be inverted, that you will see. Second type is pyramid of biomass. It is the graphical representation of the biomass. It's called pyramid of biomass. It shows a sharp decrease in biomass at higher trophic level. At the base, primary producers will be more. As I move from primary producer to the primary consumer, to the secondary consumer, to the tertiary consumer, the number, the biomass decreases. So that will be the approximately we have taken the dry weight of the organisms. So kg per meter cube. As I move from the base primary producers to the tertiary consumers, the biomass decreases, which has been shown. The pyramid of biomass can also be inverted. Inverted pyramid of biomass. Take the example, small standing crop of phytoplankton supports large standing crop of zooplankton. In such cases, the pyramid of biomass will become inverted, and therefore it is called inverted pyramid of biomass. And the third type of pyramid, ecological pyramid that we have is pyramid of energy. Primary producers convert only 1% of the energy in the sunlight available to them into NPP, net primary productivity, what is called. And again, in the pyramid of energy, primary producers will be 10,000 joule, primary consumers energy will be 1000 joule, secondary consumers energy will be 100 joule, tertiary consumer energy will be 10 joule. Here also, when I move from base to the top, the energy decreases, and top carnivores will get least amount of energy. This is the pyramid of energy. Any calculation of energy content, biomass or number has to include all organisms at that trophic level. We need to take it into account of all the living organisms of that trophic level. The trophic level represents a functional level, not a species as such. A given species may occupy more than one trophic level in the same ecosystem at the same time. Example, a sparrow is a primary consumer when it eats seeds, fruits, peas, and at the same time it becomes a secondary consumer when it eats insects and worms. In most ecosystems, all pyramids are upright. That is, producers are more in number and biomass than the herbivores, and herbivores are more in number and biomass than the carnivores. Also, energy at a lower trophic level is always more than at a higher trophic level. This is very common in almost all type of ecosystem. Examples for inverted pyramids are insects feeding on big tree. You can see inverted pyramid in aquatic ecosystem, inverted pyramid of number. So pyramid of number can be inverted or upright. Pyramid of biomass can be inverted or upright, but pyramid of energy never be inverted. Remember that. So when we take into account of this inverted pyramid of number, you can observe here insects feeding on a big tree. Producer here in this case, the graphical representation which is there, here one tree, in that many birds will be there, herbivores will be there. In that many parasites will be there. In that many hyperparasites will be there. So when I compare this, base will be less and top will be more. Therefore, when base is less and top is more, the pyramid will become inverted. Pyramid of number can be inverted. Pyramid of biomass can be inverted. Pyramid of energy never be inverted. I repeat once again. Pyramid of number can be upright or inverted. Pyramid of biomass can be upright or inverted. But pyramid of energy never be inverted. Why? Because at each trophic level, energy is lost. Always at the each trophic level, energy is being lost. Therefore, pyramid of energy never be inverted. That is the main difference between the pyramid of number and pyramid of biomass. Inverted pyramid in an aquatic ecosystem. You can see in the aquatic ecosystem, biomass that also can be inverted. Pyramid of energy is always upright because when energy flows from one trophic level to the next trophic level, some energy is always lost as heat at each step. Therefore, it cannot be upright. It cannot be inverted. Always it is upright. Some of the limitations of ecological pyramid. What are the limitations of the ecological pyramid? Now, it does not take into account the same species belonging to two or more trophic level. As we have seen, pigeon, when it eats the cereals, seeds, it falls on in one trophic level. At the same time, when it eats the meat, it falls on the other trophic level. Crow, when it eats the seeds, falls in one trophic level. Crow, when it eats meat, flesh, it falls on the other trophic level. Therefore, some of the limitations are there. One of the limitation is it does not take into account the same species belonging to two different trophic levels. This is one of the drawback of the ecological pyramid. Another drawback of the ecological pyramid, limitations of the ecological pyramids, is it assumes a simple food chain that almost never exists in nature. It does not accommodate a food web. This simple food chain can be included in this, but not the food web. That is another drawback or the limitations of ecological pyramid. Another limitation of ecological pyramid is saprophytes are not included in the ecological pyramids, even though they play a vital role in the ecosystem. Saprophytes are not included in this ecological pyramid, even though they play a very important role in the ecosystem. These are some of the limitations of the ecological pyramid. I repeat once again what all we have studied. Ecological pyramid. It is the graphical representation of food chain in the form of pyramid is called ecological pyramid. The base of each pyramid represents the producers first trophic at the first trophic level. As I move from one trophic level to the another trophic level, the top will apex represents the top carnivore. That means the top represents the top carnivore or tertiary level. And ecological pyramids are of three types. One is called pyramid of number, another one is called pyramid of biomass, another one is called pyramid of energy. So there are three types of ecological pyramids. One is called pyramid of number, another one is called pyramid of biomass, another one is called pyramid of energy. So three types are there. When it comes to the pyramid of number, the graphical representation of number of individuals is called pyramid of number. Example is grassland ecosystem. When you take, it has been given how many number will be there: primary producers, primary consumers, secondary consumer, tertiary consumer. Pyramid of number can also be inverted. Pyramid of number can also be upright. And when it comes to the pyramid of biomass, it shows a sharp decrease in biomass at higher trophic levels. As I move from base to the top, the biomass decreases. And usually, so pyramid of biomass can be upright. At the same time, pyramid of biomass can also be inverted. When it comes to the pyramid of energy, primary producers convert only 1% of the energy in the sunlight available to them into net primary productivity. And when it comes to the pyramid of energy is always upright and never be inverted. So any calculation of energy content, biomass or number has to include all the organisms at the trophic level. The trophic level represents functional level, not a species as such. A given species may occupy more than one trophic level. More than one trophic level it can occupy. Therefore, some of the limitations are there for that ecological pyramids. It does not take it into account of same species which belongs to two different trophic levels. That is one drawback of that. It assumes that simple food chain is almost included, but not the food web. That is another drawback of that. And another one is saprophytes are not included in this ecological pyramid. These are some of the drawbacks. So by this, we have studied about the ecological pyramid. And in the next class, we will study about the ecological succession, how the succession is being taking place in the ecosystem. We will see in the next class. Thank you all of you.